Grazie.
Good morning.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
That's it.
We are still in Italy. We are at Lake Garda. We've literally just pulled up, just getting the bag on and the coat on, and we're going out to have a play. And on the way down it, I've seen the mountains with the sun on. First photograph is going to be a long lens, close-up mountain shot. Amazing. It looks stunning from a distance, but we've got to get going. We've got to get a ticket first, so otherwise the car's going to get towed away. Speak to you in a bit. That was quite an interesting drive as well. 130k. Oh, look at this, the mountains. And look at this water. Oh my God, is that clear? That's about 15 foot deep, and it is totally clear all the way to the bottom. Wow. Oh, if I had my shorts, I'd be having a dip. But yeah, the mountains up there are stunning, absolutely stunning, poking through the mountains. Wow, what a place. Now this is a massive lake, huge. And the plan today is to drive around it, so expect an extremely long video of me stopping and starting and just being a travel photographer, to be honest. I'm out with my friend again. If you didn't see her in the last video, this is Marta.
Good morning, buongiorno.
The inspiration and the trouble for being here.
Trouble? Always.
She asked if I wanted to go to Milan for Christmas, and I'm like, hell yeah, why not? So yeah, we're on it. Milan will probably be tomorrow's video, or the next video that I put out. But for now, let's get this camera out and start snapping. You won't believe how clear this water is. Just look at this. That is absolutely astonishing. And bearing in mind, I don't have a polarizer on this filter, on this camera. That is just something else. I don't think I've ever seen water that clear. Coffee, first stop, coffee, and not getting run over. And this is a pretty cool castle as well, actually. I quite like this. I think I might have to just put the wide angle lens on just to take a snap of it, because I'm just fascinated by how clear this water is. Look at it. You can see it in the camera just here. Insane. Ah, and there's fish swimming around as well. I've just seen something, or a fish or a duck. Oh, mad. Coffee first, and of course, cake.
Not cake.
Well, croissant.
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 Pistachio and la crème.
Ooh.
La crème.
La crème and pistachio. Bon appetit. We've come down to the water's edge right now, and the view down out that way is absolutely flipping amazing. There's a little tiny boat out there, I think like a tourist boat. In fact, there's a plane going out at the moment, so I'm going to see if I can get the plane flying over the mountains in the background, because I think it'll just give you that sense of something extra to go with the image. And it's just like a plane in the air, mountains, and there's a little bit of light just catching the edge of the mountains as well. So with a big long lens on, it's just looking something else. It's astonishing. It's so pretty. And just getting that little plane in the image just makes a difference to her, rather than just having a mountain on its own. It looks pretty good, but the sun hitting them mountains is just absolutely wow. And I think we're driving around that way. I think we're going all the way around the lake and coming back, so yeah, pretty cool. On this tree here, we've got oranges. So that's for someone like me. You would never see a tree with oranges on it. Right, we're on the move. Can't spend too long taking pictures of those mountains just there. We've got other things to see. on this little tiny little piece of land, or maybe even a little mini island at the end, at the bottom of Lake Garda. And we've only got an hour left on the ticket because we've had coffee, haven't we? So we need to move on, get a quick look at this. And it is a long way round. It's going to take us hours to drive all the way around. So we do need to get a bit of a move on today. So I've just been doing a long exposure shot. To the right, just a little bit. Stop. Left. Yep. Got a poser now, haven't I? Got someone stood in the shot. Okay. So she's looking out, but the shot itself looks pretty amazing. And there's a cormorant or something up on the post, yeah. Cormorant. It's either a cormorant or a shag. Yeah, long exposure of this jetty, because just look at this. It's to die for, absolutely to die for. So I did put a 10 stop on there and got myself a bit of a long exposure shot. I don't know if it works or not, but it's a pretty cool shot even if it isn't. It looks all right. It doesn't look bad at all. But when you're doing travel photography and you're trying to cover the amount of ground and miles, we just don't have the time. And we only put 2 hours on the ticket and we've got about half an hour's walk. So we've got to really push our luck and move on. I'm just walking through the olive grove at the moment. All these things behind me are olive trees, as you can see growing up my head. Again, not the sort of thing you see in the UK, is it? So we're just checking, but it looks like the gates are all locked up, so we're not going through here. Oh look, and there's midges above my head. They're chasing me, they've even followed me here. But this is your olive trees. How cool is that? Oh, and the mountains in the background, well. I'm just amazed at these cars driving through the streets. And now we've got some serious gelato on the way. No, we're not having any. We've got to get back to the car. Buongiorno. Do you want one? Oh, come on. Looks like we are having one after all. Go on in. I don't know what to pick though. This is where my head goes because it's too much of a choice. She's a happy girl now, look. What did you get?
Cherry and cream.
Cherry and cream with some Italian name that we can't remember.
Amareno.
Amarino. Something like that.
You can make it.
Yeah, we'll make it up anyway. And that is a 1 scoop, €4.
Was it
Very
a good
good.
choice, Mr. C?
It's pretty good. I normally go for the chocolate or the caramel or the cookie, but the fruit's good. Gelato. Wow, unbelievable the amount of people that are here already. Good job we got here really, really early. It just meant we get to take a few photographs without all these people in, so yeah, bonus. back at our little rent-a-car, and you can see how this car park is so full up. Does anyone know what this is? Does anyone know what this is? It's a DR. It's a cracking little car, absolutely fantastic drive. I really, really like it. It's like a little mini SUV, but yeah, I've got no idea what it is. Just had to stop and have a quick look. We're just driving up the side of Lake Garda now. This thing is absolutely flipping massive. It goes right out into the distance. It almost looks like the sea. And I've been stopping a couple of little times. It's really, really hard to pull over and find parking places. We're just pulling up here just for half an hour, stop, putting the ticket on just for a minute, because we both need to go to the toilet. So yeah, because massive mountain range, absolutely massive mountain range down the side. Like I say, I've been snapping and snapping, but nothing amazing, but just a few keepsakes and a few record shots. And there's a bit of an island out here as well. I'm not quite sure what this island is. I'm not sure whether it's man-made or not. But yeah, what a place. This is the sort of place where you need to come and spend a week just here. Really, yeah. Maybe one day, maybe I should come up and just, yeah, maybe I should just take a trip back over and spend a week here and just take in what's around, because this is just way too big. Loch Lomond. Yeah, icky pickle. Tiny. Unbelievable. Right, so I haven't actually brought the tripod out. We've just been over to the little cafe, and there's a big mountain range behind this cafe as well. We just had ourselves a couple of Americanos, and they brought over a nice slice of cake as well, which was quite nice. But yeah, now we've done that, this scene in front of us is just absolutely stunning. I've got the jetty going. All I've got is the camera. I didn't bring the tripod, so I'm just going to take a picture with this jetty and the mountains behind it, and the sun's actually hitting this mountain at the moment and having these little light patches. And what's amazing about it is this mountain is huge, and if you look up it, there's little tiny villages and towns dotted all over it, and it just blows my mind, to be honest. This island apparently is a natural island. I've just asked the guy in the cafe as well. It's a natural island. It was used in the, I think he said, the Second World War for an ammunition dump, and it's forbidden to swim out to it, and it's forbidden to go out to it. So yeah, a little bit of local knowledge. Alrighty then, it's time to move. Oh look, the lights changed again and just hitting the top of that other building. Don't know what it is, looks like a big hotel. I keep standing there, and as I go and walk away, the light changes right down here in the distance, right up the top, which is where we're heading to. It's about a 30-minute drive to get to the top, but we're going to go for a walk on these hopefully cliff top pathways. So that's the plan. So we're going to have to head back. But yeah, this is just, I've just taken loads and loads of shots of this, and I'm just going to have to quickly kind of grab another one as well, because the lights change again, and then yeah, we've got to move. So yeah, just enjoy a few of these. Over there is what I think is a tunnel. There's a little strip along the bottom of the mountain, touching the water's edge. And I've done a little bit of video on the XT5, so I'm hoping you can see it. But there's a strip, and I'm assuming when you zoom right in tight to it, it looks like a tunnel. So I'm hoping when we come back down the other side, we're going to drive through that, because that is going to be one off my bucket list. Right, we've got to move. Come on. Very far down the side of this lake. It is looking absolutely amazing. We just had to pull over again because that little lump of rock that I was shooting earlier on down the end there is starting to light up, and I've got a big lump of rock on the side over here as well. Big massive mountain. It's just, oh, it's flipping amazing. And here, just here behind this tree behind me here, this thing is so high, and just now this thing was all lit up as well. All at the top there was all really bright and shiny where the sun was hitting it. Oh, just not getting very far at all. This is why you need to spend time in a location, and this travel-larky menarche, when you're trying to cover a lot of areas and a lot of distance in a short time, just isn't good. Right, I've got to get another shot, and I'll put them up on the screen, and I'll speak to you in a bit. We've actually arrived at this place, Busatte-Tempesta, and this would have been an amazing walk, but I've got a feeling because we're out of season there's no access to get in, but we're going to have a little look round and see if we can find something anyway. There must be somewhere to have a little walk round, but yeah, it'd be a shame if you can't get in and go and do what we wanted to do, but that's the only downside. We're coming out of season. Yeah, it's quiet, yeah, there's no people around, but also some things are closed. So because we didn't do enough walking uphill yesterday, we're walking uphill again today. But it needs to be done. We need to stretch our legs if nothing else. We've been sat in the car and driving around and literally just jumping out. So yeah, let's get a bit of exercise, burn off a bit of energy, and see if we can actually get to see this pathways that we've driven a long way to come and see. And if not, it's always a reason to come back. I think, as much as it's probably not one of my bucket list locations, I think I've just added it to a list to return to. Lake Garda's got so much around it that I think I need to come and spend some time here and have a look and explore. Oh, we've got to go that way by the looks of it. So keep going forwards. Whew. Anyway, the drive down here, coming along Lakeside, wow. When I spoke about going through those little tunnel things at the bottom, we actually drove through some of the mountains and through the sort of tunnels and that with the holes on the side. It's just like being in the movies. You see loads of these Italian movies and stuff like that where they're driving along and you see all these little sort of tunnels and things that they go speeding through, and it's just getting a bit of a taste of that. It was so cool, really, really good. I absolutely love driving through there, and I could dream about having my bike and waxing the throttle open as you go through. But yeah, it was dead cool seeing that. And we're going to do some on the other side, but it could be dark by the time we get back round there, because again, this time of the year you get a very short window of light. Whew. You notice my breath's changing. Look at that just gives you a bit of a feeling of where we are. That's that rock that I was talking about earlier on and photographing, sticking up. Look at this for a boulder field, my God. Yeah, not the sort of thing that you want to be walking over and getting stuck on. Cyclist no entry, and it looks like, yeah, there's another point of interest here. But yeah, there's that big mountain as well. Look at that. I took a couple of pictures of that. So this, yeah, the track's closed. So this is where we should have been going up here, and as you can see, there's a barrier across. Now we could be a bit cheeky and go for a walk, but I don't know. I don't know how risky it is, but it's quite pretty here anyway. So it wasn't what I was expecting to take a picture of, but I still think this looks pretty cool. All these little sculptures that people have obviously stood up, these little fairy sculptures, little fairy towers. Now the walk itself, electricity goes up this and goes up into this, and what there are like little walk boards and ropes and things that come along the edge, and we were going to walk round, but like I say, that's just an excuse maybe to have to come back and to have to have a look. But this is cool, this is pretty, and I think it'll make a nice little photograph, especially with Miss Marta down there. Look at that, posing for us. So I've just got the camera out, put the wide angle lens on, and just literally pointing it towards these mountains in front of me, and well, what can I say? It's astonishing. It really is quite something else. And I put the wide angle lens on because it's all these rocks I wanted to get in the foreground. I want to actually use these rocks and have the stuff in the background. So yeah, I think I need to have the wide angle lens on because I want to get everything in without trying to knock any of them down. I just want to have the foreground, the mountains and everything. So let's just see what we can do. Let's 7.1 should be fine. And just, yeah, I don't know, just literally pointing it, taking a shot, moving around and taking another shot, because this is just so cool. Right, let's have a little look at this view up here. This hasn't been placed here perfectly, is it? This rock. Wow. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. Yeah. Quite some view. Shame that light's not catching all this again like it was earlier, because that would just be absolutely bonkers. But yeah. Pretty cool. I don't come to these places every day, do I? Alright, so big lens has gone back on again because we're on this big viewing area and there's some low cloud around the tops of the mountains up there, and there's a little tree right sticking out where the fog is, and I just think it stands out a little bit. I don't know if it stands out on the camera so much, but it definitely stands out looking through the lens. But yeah, I think we're getting towards probably the end of the video because light's fading and I don't quite know what else we can do, but we are just going to mooch around, and if there's anything later on I'll stop and say hello. Well, look at that. Come down, we did walk up the path in the end. We come up the path because we weren't the only people. The path's in front of us now. We're going to have a little walk along this because it just seems crazy not to. There she is down there. Look, this path that walks along the edge of the mountain. And we're blessed by that little bit of colour, that little bit of light that's there in the foreground. So, yep, not bad at all. I'm going to put you down there on the steps while I take a couple more pictures because I've got a walkway, I've got a bit of colour. And I just think the lot goes together just nicely, and we'll just see if we can actually make something of the shot. If nothing else, it's a record that I've been here. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a little bit more light poke through them clouds, and that'll just, well, you can already feel the smile on my face. A little bit of colour, it's just nice. Pretty epic. And this is a very cool walkway. I don't want to walk miles, apparently. It's 8 kilometers long, I've been been told. But yeah, this is real. This is quite nice up in front. So let's see if it unfolds. I'm reluctant to move. Oh my goodness, the light in front of me is absolutely incredible. There's light beams firing all the way down this lake. It is just insane. I don't know if I can do it any justice on the camera, but oh my God, I do hope they come out well. There's got to be a bit of post-processing there. Oh, lovely. That was stunning. I wish I'd have got one of my landscape vlogtography adventure stickers now to stick on this railing with everybody else's. And if I was to show you what's below me, you'd probably have a slight heart attack. If you don't like heights, look away now. Yep, there's nothing down here. This is the side of the mountain and the walkway goes all the way along. So unless you're scared of heights, there's nothing here. You can see it's attached to the wall through here, and it literally, there's nothing except a drop down there. So yeah, there's a pretty epic drop right down below me, if you can see there. Look at this, there's absolutely nothing whatsoever below me. Let's see if I can get the camera a little bit higher for you so you can actually have a look. Let's have a look, see if I can get a camera a bit higher. How's that for an angle then? Gimbal reach maximum, it says, but yeah, there's nothing here. We're actually stood on the edge, on the edge of the mountain. How cool is that? But wow, what a view we've got out behind us. What an absolutely amazing view. So all thanks to this one, because I was going to turn back and she said, don't go back, let's just go a little bit further. So
you're welcome.
Thumbs up. Brilliant. Right, I think the best of the light's gone now, so we're gonna have a bit of a snack, and then I think we're just gonna have a little walk down there. Today's a little bit further down there, so we're gonna have a little walk down and then head back, because I'd like to do a little bit of driving on the other side while it's still daylight. Right, so I know we said we came down this path and you know, it was closed, and we said, you know, we'll have a look, and there's a few other people that come down for a quick look. There's a reason why this path is closed. There is no path. This has collapsed, this is an avalanche, and yeah, it just goes to show that at any moment this can slide. So I'm going to take a nice slow walk back, but that's dodgy. Really, really dodgy. And it's a time of the year, because you get the wet, you get the water, you get the ice, and it freezes and cracks and sets things off. So now, let's get back. The things you do to make a video, eh? So yeah, I did. I ran all the way down, didn't I? I went up. I wanted to show you the B-roll. I wanted to show you how it was done. You walk off into the sunset. But no, you always have to go back and get the camera, don't you? Wow, this is amazing. Caught you. Pretty epic. It's still trying, it's still... Oh, at the top, the light's coming through the top now. The sun's clouds are clearing. God. It's a long walk back. Look at it behind there. It's pretty epic. The sun's hitting the top up there as well now. TikToks. It is time for a snack, something to eat. We've got berries and nuts and raisins and yogurt, and I can't think of a better view than that, to be honest. I really, really can't. So, I think it's time to dig in. Very cool. Okay, so we are actually back, and my battery is saying it's on 10%, so I'm going to make this quick and short. We've had a big long drive back. We've come through all the big tunnels. It was absolutely amazing to be flying through all the tunnels. There was round ones and square ones and ones with windows and narrow ones and short ones, some with lights, some without lights, and yeah, absolutely amazing coming back through all the tunnels. I'd like to go through them in the daylight so I can see out some of the arches, but yeah, no, it was a good drive back. And then piling along the autobahn or the motorway or whatever you want to call it at 130k, and cars still flashing you, trying to get past you, which is pretty insane. And then of course, towards the end, you just know you've got to come off and hit a toll booth, don't you? And then it all went wrong. The toll booth wasn't working, couldn't get my ticket to work, then I couldn't get my card to work, couldn't get Marta's card to work, my phone wasn't working. Oh, just mass panic. But we managed to get through, and we got through for 50p instead of about £9.80. So it's not too bad, is it really? But yeah, we are back. Time for coffee, time for some dinner, and time to chill out. Oh, that's it. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Oh, unload this lot. Definitely need a cup of coffee after that. Ciao for now. See you soon. Don't forget to give us that thumbs up, like and subscribe, and yeah, see you tomorrow in Milan. Ta-da.